Top right, Liquid's Cure. In the bottom left, Rebellions. Byun. Sending out an SCV, opening the same way as he did against Bunny, maybe. Double racks. This SCV is kind of going straight across, and this one is also coming, so maybe even a little bit more offensive than the one against Bunny. Where is he gonna place his barracks? Like in the face? Oh yes, in the face. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you place your proxies if you have bolts of steel. Now, if you have bolts of steel, you make it here. And then you get killed because the supply depot can raise and lower. But yeah, this is so far across. He could have even made it over here and then just pop, 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 jump in. Now, there is a jump in spot here as well. So you can jump up in this ramp. I'm pretty sure you can jump here as well. So there should be like 3 jump ins, right? I haven't actually tried to do this, but I think you can. He said he stole this build from Honmono. Did he say that in the lobby? Or where did he say that? Wait, that would be weird though, because... Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, that makes sense. This is Reapers, not Marines. Okay, so it's Byun's version. Never mind. 2 racks Reapers here. Very nice position. Super aggressive. And snowball is gonna happen here. I mean, he can even now just go and grab the high ground because there's nothing on the high ground. Kyo has to kind of come back into his own base. He will now scout the proxy. He'll lose the first SCV and his Reaper's in a bad position. Byun is gonna jump up. He does not see the first Reaper, but he gets even more SCVs. Now all of these SCVs have to come and fight. This is a good pull, and this will keep him alive, but it's a big cost. Oh my god, that's so much money. Look at that, 3 Reapers now, he's losing another SCV. He still cannot catch one of these Reapers. Trying to grab the high ground vision there, but a little bit of a good positioning here for Kyo. Difference in positioning on those SCV and Reaper, and then the kill does not commence here. So both Reapers do stay alive. Nice grenade here from Kyo, actually. Very well done. And Byun needs to be careful, because Kyo is someone who can out-micro Byun as well with Reapers. Kyo is no slouch in that department. We do see the commands on the high ground here for Kyo, so he's already thrown that down. Byun now on the low ground, so this should end up being relatively even in the commands at the department, but the factory is quite a bit later here for Byun, and he's gonna have to use these Reapers now for map control. He has to make so many, because if he doesn't, then Kyo is just gonna push across, and he has no real production at home. And you're not gonna rally Marines from here to your base, right? So he kind of has to make so many Reapers to just keep the map control against Kyo. And he'll utilize this barracks to float in and get some vision. Maybe he can get some picks with a Reaper. Now he's going to stand on the big Congo line here. The big arc. To try and kill off any units coming out. But already the Hellions chewing away at these Reapers here. He needs to be careful though. Reaper, he tried to kill that supply depot, man. Reaper damage, if they are actually in these numbers, is quite high. It's insane, they have so much DPS. The double stapler. Now he sees this movement. Does he want to commit to this? Maybe he's gonna go inside the main base now. He's gonna land that barracks and he just walks into the main base. He unfortunately shoots that orbital and not really anything out of value, so he just loses a couple Reapers and then jumps out again. That was an unfortunate run in there, I feel like. And the barracks is gonna explode. Now this is, as you can see, already it looks a tiny bit better here for Byun, but this is basically as even as it can get after a opening with these differences. Now we're gonna see a Banshee opening here from Kyo, and on the other side we already saw it is a Liberator with a bunch of Cyclones. He's gonna utilize the Liberator for harassment and the Cyclones and Reapers try to catch a medevac, but there's no medevac, so they're not gonna catch one. And yeah, this Banshee could also be caught, but it's going into a different direction here. They're kind of funny here. Those two do ships, you know, in the night. Passing. Well, tank is sieged up here. This is gonna be a lot of damage. Can he get that tank snipe? Maybe. Oh my god, it's a tiny bit too slow. He needed a little bit of extra DPS from those Reapers. In the end, he does get the tank, but he loses his whole force. Now, he needs to actually be careful here at home, because he has really no marine production. This is finally gonna be the first couple, but there's a Banshee. And yeah, Byun is gonna say GG, because the Banshee can just kill the tank. And then he's gonna lose the game anyways, right? That was really good for Kyo here. The Banshee, sealing the deal. It's been a while since one Banshee basically won a game. Definitely good here, Ultra. We have all the casters, I think we do. Time to get this game going. Let's jump into this next game here. Kyo up 1-0 so far. Kyo, of course, is not qualified yet, so I think Byun being qualified and Hero being qualified means that Kyo does already get that spot. So he qualifies through this already. He doesn't need to win. He is the highest non-qualified player. Oh wait, who did lose in the other semis? I think it was Zaun, who is also already qualified. So yeah, I think Kyo is the highest non-qualified player, and that does mean that this man here in the bottom left already does win that slot for the Pixie Festival. Byun again sending out a very early Reaper, setting up the supply depot in the same location as last game, very close to his main base. As little mining time loss as possible here. And second SCV also going across the map. Again, a double Rex Reaper opening here. Byun is hungry. He wants to eat lunch. And he wants to have it fast. He's saying, alright, let's go ahead and kill you. Now, this is a gas first opening. This could actually backfire. Just with the first couple of Reapers. This could backfire. In general, a double gas opening or a gas first opening should be better on paper than a double Rex opening, but depending on the position of these and the actual timings of how things work out, and if Kyo immediately commits to a Reaper or if he just throws down a factory, well then things do pan out quite favorably for Byun. Oh! He's gonna throw down a second barracks, I think. He sees this, he's gonna throw down a second barracks. So even gonna go harass the SCV. The other SCV is gonna come back, he's gonna chase him. He's gonna make a marine? This guy's crazy, he just throws down the factory. He's like, alright man, I just go as planned. I just make that cyclone. And then... what is he gonna do though? You're not gonna defend this with one marine, right? I mean... this is basically to buy time. Can the snowball happen before? I feel like Kyo is underestimating the power of this a little bit. This is proxied. He's utilizing now a few SCVs here, but only 3. It's also not that many. If Byun waits for the second Reaper before he goes, It's gonna be 2 against 2, right? With guns here. Guys with guns, guys with pistols. We're gonna have 4 pistols against 2 guns. But in the end, I feel like the Reaper mobility should just help them. Now, first shot is gonna go here to Cure, and Cure, man, Cure's gonna have an easy time holding this. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Byun is so behind here. And it also depends on how many how many Reapers now he's gonna make. But this is a terrible spot for him. Terrible damage. Now command center on the high ground here. Cure playing this quite safely. Very nice. And we already see... honestly, I like float both barracks back at this point. I don't think you utilize even one for scouting. You just go into a 2-on-1 from this, and you just utilize your macro advantage you have from double barracks. And get that Marine overwhelming force. That's what I want to see, but he's going to utilize this barracks, of course, to try and block or get some scouting intel, and yeah. Wants to see how far behind he is. It's not that far, but this is basically as bad as it could have gone with an opening like this. I mean, he doesn't lose the Reapers, so it could have been even worse, right? He could lose all the Reapers and not do any damage if you just walked him inside the Marine fire, for example. Which should never happen, right? But you never know. I mean, look at how fast they are. He's already back home. And he's gonna go into a 3rd command center. It's gonna be another Banshee. Are we gonna make Marines this time? Are we gonna make a Viking? He's making a Cyclone, that's enough. So that's his anti-air. This guy is gonna basically say, alright, last time I lost to 1 Banshee. Now I have my 1 Cyclone. That means there's no 1 Banshee gonna kill me. But this is an issue. Now we see already an army supply lead here for Cure. And that's because we do have the command center on the way for Byun. He's actually making his own Banshee. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest. I feel like that Liberator choice might have been even better from that earlier game. I'm, in general, in TVT, not a big Banshee fan, I have to say. I really want to see someone utilize more 2-port Banshee styles, but they're just so flimsy against Marines, man, it's insane. And then they're also weak against Cyclones. It's kind of weird. It's really not a good spot for Banshees in this matchup. Now the Banshee's gonna run away. Kills 1 SCV, it's gonna reveal itself, it's gonna say hey. And the other Banshee is gonna come across the map, it's probably gonna do the same. Kill 1 SCV, is gonna walk away and say hey. We both did the same. Let me even out the score here. But yeah, Orbital Command already finished up. Both players going into the Interference Matrix. We see the big advantage here for Cure is in the Marine count. And that's, and the Cyclone count. And he has 2 more Hellions, right? This is 200 more minerals. This is what, 300 more minerals something. So it's like 500 more minerals, and this guy is like 700 more minerals or so. In that army value. On those units. So yeah, Banshee coming in here is gonna kill 2 SCVs actually. So he's saying I am better. He kills 3 now, but he gets locked on. And maybe he's gonna get killed. Yeah, he's gonna get killed. He dies. I mean, look at them, man. They should get that speed boost in TVT, just like from the start. Now this is not seeing. This is a nice hole in that vision being utilized here by Byun, and 2 more SCVs do die. Now these Reapers are just standing here. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. He does buy some time for himself. But I'm not sure about this move-in, to be honest. I feel like the Reapers might have been in a better... like, a little bit later, right? Now. That would be the perfect timing to rally them in. When all of these units go across the map. Oh, losing the Ravens! No, he loses one. That's a lot of interference matrices. I think at least, yeah, well, I guess one, right? But that's also potentially an auto turret, and yeah, he's not gonna have that now. He kind of needs to defend here. The tanks at the back were interference matrix, so the tanks at the front are kind of getting shot here. The Banshee even adding some damage in. We do have a couple of Vikings. He's focusing the Ravens, so there's not gonna be any follow-up interference matrix if he can set up his own tanks now. But there's no tank currently, and the next tank in line is just started to produce here. So now this Viking, they need to repair. He needs to repair them. Oh, come on, come on. Now, if he still had that Banshee, right? Remember the Banshee, guys? Who just walked in and died for 3 SCVs? If you still have that. It's gonna be an easy break. Now he needs to run through 3 tanks. I think Kyo might break him here. This is so much damage already. Even if he doesn't break him. Yeah, Byun is gonna... He's gonna GG. Kyo is gonna win this one. And he's gonna go on into the finals. So we have ourselves a best of 5 between Cure. See? Cure and... Hero. Hero. H. I guess he's the small H, so like this, right?